Welcome to tutorialsinhand.com. In this video tutorial, we are going to see how to call a method of the other class. In the part 1, we have already seen what is method and how to call the method of the same class. As a result, we have strike out the same class because we are just going to focus on other class, means how to call method of other class. So this is what we have seen in the previous video tutorial, right? We had first few static methods and we had few non-static methods, and we had seen how we can call both non-static method and how we can access the static method directly. So now we are going to move ahead and place these files in another class from here. So this becomes clear and we don't need these things now. And let's move to this TIH calculator, which is another class, and this TIH calculator already have few methods. So we may or we may not paste the methods that we have already copied from the previous class, but let's copy it and then just remove this, otherwise it will become a bit hectic and confusing. Let's keep it simple so that you will be easily able to understand what is happening. So here we have three methods: add, subtract and multiply, and we see that one of the method is static and two other methods are non-static because we have not used static keyword with these methods. That means subtract and multiply are non-static methods, right? And add is static. And if you see a static being used with the method, that means this particular method belongs to the class, and to access any static method of the class you don't require to create object. You can directly access this method by using the dot operator on the class name. So let's see how we can do that. Let's first go to the tutorials in hand and try to access this static method. So what I said is we can directly access the static method by taking the class name and using the dot operator, and what I said is we can directly access the static method of any class by using the class name and then applying the dot operator, and you see it is already suggesting you that it has got a static method that belongs to class add, and we can select that, and by default value 00 is given because the two parameters that it accepts is of type integer and default value of integer is 0. That is why it has given a default value by itself. Now the thing is we can pass any values over here like 10 and 20. So this time if you see we are not creating any object of the class TIH calculator, rather we are directly calling the add method because it is static, and this is the static way of accessing any static method. Just like add, if you press Ctrl, hover your mouse on add and click on it, it will take you to the place which is getting called, and this is getting called. So from there you are passing two parameters while calling it, like it will get stored in num1 and num2 respectively. So what are the parameters? 10 will go to num1 and 20 will go to num2 respectively, and once it comes here and it is getting stored, like 10 is getting stored here and 20 is getting stored here, then 10 plus 20 will be calculated by substituting the values, means respective values, and the sum that is will be stored in the add result which is of type integer, and then we are simply printing the result along with few string statement like addition result is, and then it will print the add result. So this is how you can access static method. Let's execute this and see whether we are getting the exact output or not. So in this case you will see that add is getting called and addition result is 30 is getting printed because 10 plus 20 will be calculated and that is getting returned here. 10 plus 20 is 30 and 30 is getting stored over here, which is getting printed from this place, and when we are printing this we are also printing this particular string. Addition result is, that is what we are seeing, makes the complete output. So this is how you can access any static method of another class. Now let's access non-static methods of another class, like subtract and multiply is non-static method of other class. So in order to do that, now you have to create the object. You cannot access, subtract and multiply by using dot operator, because we already have seen that when we used dot, it was just showing the suggestion for add and it was not showing suggestion for subtract and multiply, because we cannot access directly. So in that case, what we have to do is we have to create object of that particular class by invoking the constructor, and this is how we create the object of any class. We have specifically explained how to create object of the same class or different class in a video tutorial. You will find the link in the description. Please visit that if you are not aware how to do that. Now since the object is created and this is the reference name, you can name it anything like TIH or your personal name or anything. So it can be anything, and then once you have created it, you need to use this and then use dot, and now you will see the suggestions of the methods that are present there, like subtract, and you will also get for multiply. So you can call any method. There are also some other methods. These are inbuilt methods like equals, get class and all those things, and these are the methods that you have created. See, it shows that TIH, this method multiply, it belongs to TIH calculator. This method subtract belongs to TIH calculator, and this method add also belongs to TIH calculator, and all other method belongs to the object class. So in interviews you may be asked to cite few examples of object class, and these are the examples like hash code, notify, notify all, and so on. So you can access, subtract and then pass two parameters as usual like 10, and then you can pass 30, and then when you will press Ctrl and hover your mouse over subtract, you will see that it is getting called, this particular method is getting called, and then whatever is written within it will be executed. Like you are passing parameters like 10 and 30 in num1 and num2. So num2 will have value 30 and num1 will have value 10, and it will subtract accordingly and store the result here and then print it accordingly at this place. So if you execute this now, you will get two outputs. See, you are getting 20 because 30 minus 10 will give you 20. Similarly, you can access another method that is present there like multiply, and you can pass any random parameters 5 and then 10. Now see, there is a difference here. You have to pass 3 parameters because multiply method accepts 3 parameter at this place, and that is why you have to pass 3 parameters like num1, num2 and num3, and each will get stored in the respective local variable that is present at the parameter like num1, num2 and num3, and our value 3, 5 and 10 will get stored in num1, num2 and num3, and then it will get multiplied and the result is stored here in multiply result, which is of type integer, and then it is getting printed at this place. So now if you execute, you will see that 3 outputs will be given to you, and that is because of these 3 method calls. That is, one is a static method call and another 2 is a non-static method call, which is possible by creating the object of that particular class. Similarly, you can use the object reference to call the static method as well, and you can do that. It will still work. It will give you a warning like this static method add should be called in a static way, and this is not the static way to call static method, not static way, right? Static way is something like this, and that is why you are getting this yellow warning sign over here. Even if you execute, it will work, but this is not the correct way of executing it. See, you are again getting the result of addition which you have got when you called in the static way, and this is the result from the non-static way, but this is not the right way, so you should not call it as this. So hope you have understood how you can call a static and a non-static method of other class from any other class. So I expect that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe our channel to help us motivate. Thank you.